Hi everyone, it's Danielle and this is my Week 10 discussion board on Universal Design for Learning and Collaborative Practices. Throughout this course, in what ways have you grown in your knowledge and or skills in using collaborative practices to support students with disabilities? So I'm currently in my first year teaching in a collaborative setting. Prior to this course, I felt that my role was strictly to assist the teacher and make sure that my students with IEPs were receiving their accommodations. Since taking this class and learning about what collaboration can and should look like, I have expanded my role to include informing my gen ed teachers of students' accommodations and why they need them, advocating during lesson planning for my students and how we will make the material more accessible to them, and sharing the responsibility of collaborative planning with my general education teachers. In the classroom, I feel more confident in taking a greater role in delivering the material, and through more universally designed lessons, I am able to pool different small groups or supervise students during different activities. We each have a greater role teaching more students than when I sat back and my gen ed teachers led all whole group discussions while I monitored for behavior or clarified his directions for one or two students. How have you grown in your understanding of using universal design for learning? I was unaware of UDL prior to this class, but have grown to love the principles behind it and how it seeks to create classrooms that are highly dynamic, differentiated, and engaging. UDL's emphasis on allowing student choice and pacing, how they engage, and how they demonstrate understanding is extremely useful in designing for teaching students with disabilities, specifically in a collaborative setting when the student population can have such a wide range. I understand a UDL classroom to be a place where students are taking control of their learning, completing different assignments at their pace, and using the materials and even subjects they enjoy to help facilitate learning. Teachers are less the source of the learning, but more the facilitators of learning, guiding students rather than just telling. I believe that when the teacher has been freed up from constantly doing direct instruction, that there is better room to target specific students and their specific needs, to remediate and review fluidly during class without having to stop every student from learning new concepts. How do you plan to apply better collaborative practices and UDL practices in your teaching and learning? At the school I work in, we lesson plan as a team, and I have become an advocate for universally designed learning on my grade level team. I am always encouraging my lesson planning team to allow for multiple representations, forms of expression, and means of engagement. We have begun to shift our lessons from using notes and a drill and kill practice style to more discovery-based learning, especially on our introductory days. These discovery days often include multiple forms of manipulatives and graphic organizers, chart paper, and web resources, along with a task which students must use the different resources to attempt to figure out how to solve the task. We have discovered that when students are tasked with finding and sharing their strategies for solving, new ways of thinking about problems have been identified, and students have even more strategies in their toolbox than just the one or two the teacher is using. Thank you guys so much for watching my presentation. I hope you have a great rest of the semester.